All right, here we are. Let's be back. It's a Monday. Oh my goodness. Should I give dates? I don't know if I should or not, but it's a Monday. I think I'll do that. And it looks like I got a little bit of a beard hair just going rogue. Oh my goodness. We made it, right? We made it. Sometimes that's how I break it down. Did I wake up? I made it. Sometimes it's hour by hour. Did I make it? I made it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna move away though from this because it's just like it's up in me today, and let's scoot over a little bit. Just give me that little bit of that grace when it's time to turn it off, because I got to roll back and get too close. Okay, I got so many comments, private messages. I didn't know it was going to be like this a little bit. Man, I'm okay. It's cute. It's cute. Just keep flowing. Just keep flowing. That's always got the DL, right? DL's on the roof. It's all about doing life, and I'm thinking, what are these next 51 weeks, right? Is there 52 in a year? I think maybe something like that. We're going to do life together. We're going to do life together. Thank you, K Rock, for putting it together, bro. Just thank you. We get opportunities to do things. Wouldn't you rather do them together than alone? I don't know. That's where my heart's at. And it's a Monday, and I'm living, and I'm here, and I'm excited. And I got like, hey, make sure you talk about technology. Make sure you talk about traveling and your gear and that one go beard hair getting further out. So today I thought, okay, well, I'll keep it quick. Today I'm wearing what I call is a long claw. This is a different headset. This is my trucker headset. Blue Parrot's where it's at, right? You gimped up, then wear Blue Parrot. It's got the beautiful microphone, right, for that the cancellation issues, right? If you're traveling, if you want to vent, you can't talk that great. Their mics crush it. No others. Look at all the truck drivers in the country, the feds, right? FedEx, the ups, right? The DHLs. Everybody, everybody in the club is wearing them blue parrots. And I can talk about the histories and the old days and how I got to this, and got to be influential in some areas of some of these headset companies. But the reality is, I'm here, and this headset's amazing. Why am I wearing it, Todd? Great question. I'm just getting ready to get in the car. I'm gonna be with baby girl, and she's gonna get her hair did. And while this thing's happening, I can listen to a little bit of music in the ear. I need to call and make a little bit of do some errands, get to some to dos, and that's why I got the big headset on. So there's my technology, for the session. Will I share everyone's? I don't know. But either way, I just thought it looked good and share because it's like up in the eyeball. And dreadlock, he knows it. It's just sometimes, man, to do it right and to do it right, you gotta wear a little bit of that ugly. Maybe one day they'll come out with a little bit more of a smoother on point. But if you win and you want to win, then you need to bounce to the blue parrot. All right. There you go. Unscripted, right? This is all unscripted. We're just talking. I'm just sharing for a minute, and I'm gonna try to keep them under 10 minutes because why we don't need more than 10, bro. We don't need more than 10. Plus, that hair is getting further out. Okay, where am I at? What do I want to say to you all? Where's my heart? Well, my heart is, man, to run the game I'm in. You got everything. You got a lot of calendars. I can't even tell you how many calendars I got. And just to do life and to do it well, that one takes practice, but two, it takes a lot of communication and putting a lot of people together. And so I just sort of giggling like on Friday, I had to get my car worked on. Not like at the chassis level, not the GM dealer, but like the conversion dealer. And so I had to pop up to Woodinville and get my business handled. And I was able to take like a quick minute and go with my boy K Rock, visit him and just hang out, just love, just two grown men on a Friday afternoon, just getting it done. And then I got to go to Chick-fil-A afterwards, which I love Chick-fil-A. They got the best franchise chicken nuggets ever. Oh, get that 12 piece, dude, six down quick. And then the other six, boom, on the next morning, quesadilla with a little bit of that chicken and that hot sauce. That is where we live, and it's where we love. And Friday only happened because of schedule and because of calendars. because I have nursing calendars, right? I got IP calendars, independent provider, by the way, just because you don't know what the language is on the streets. And then you got the business calendar, you got the husband to do calendar. Hey, guess what? Even dudes that are all gimped up, guess what? And we married, we got honeydews as well. Now we ain't painting no fences, and mowing no lawns and whatnot. Some of us would. Now that would be me because that's the way I grew up. Refreshing you feel when you mow a lawn. Mm, I don't get that anymore. So what do I get mine? Man, I do everything for baby girl. Whatever she needs, the banking stuff, filling out stuff, signing stuff up, surveys, whatever I can do because well, one, she's worth it. Two, I'm that dude. I like to do those things. I like to get handled and like to get handled. That sounded a little weird, but I'm gonna keep with it. That's it, right? Calendars. I even have a calendar with my bowel programs. We all grown in the room, right? A little bit. Maybe don't say that, but guess what? I'm just doing it right now. Do y'all know your BP schedule for like the next 6 weeks? I do. Now, why? Well, they have to, sadly, because I want to make doing life and doing life well. And part of that recipe is being structured and surrounding yourself with good people. You want to do good things? Do it with good people. You want to do bobo things? Surround yourself with bobos. No, that's not me. Did I used to do that and I learned that the hard way? For sure, for sure. I've been in the game a long time. But I know my schedules and I know what it means to do goods and to be around goods. And that is where I celebrate. And what I wanted to share today, real quick, was that my love for the fair. I haven't been to the fair in a minute, so I'm super pumped. And what I'm really, really excited about is that I'm assembled a team so that we can eat, because I like to eat through the fair. I'm all into Kane Brown. I'm pumped and retsed. But man, I can tell you what, I'm more retsed for the Piroshki and that crusty pop corn dog. You know how good it is to eat that little nibbly that's on the stick, after the dog is done. But if you assemble a posse of eaters, then you don't have to try to eat a whole corn dog, right? Because you want 35 other things. So I got 7 sets of teeth, and that's adult teeth. That doesn't include the little ones who might not have that many teeth, but they can still nibble or munch on something probably. I'm in Piroshkis, right? The turkey tacos. Who wouldn't? I don't know about turkey leg, but we might because you got to be committed. So we need some sets all ready to go. We want to get that turkey leg up in it. But them hush puppies, right? Them scones. I'm getting pumped. Just okay, I need to move on. But just know I'm ready. So ready. Hair is just getting further out. But why do you like the fair outside of the food? The Puyallup, which is now called the Washington State Fair. I'm having a hard time. Well, I don't know if she's listening or not, but I want to talk about somebody that's in my story. Um, every year, right, when you little young blood, right, you gimped up right from the toe up. Well, mom would try to do her best to try to have vacations and have some quality self-care. So usually she would bounce out and go do something, for the week that I went to Crip Camp. Dog leg. Have you seen Crip Camp yet? Now I don't know what the name was of the actual Crip Camp I went to, but I'm just called Crip Camp because full of Crips. Not the gang members, but the disabled. And but on Netflix, actually, I have a documentary called Crip Camp. Pay respects. Watch that. Even UABs, watch it. You can see the fathers, right, and the mothers, that built this whole thing. The ADA process, like they're true OGs in the game that has put us together. And it's an amazing documentary. It's well worth it. So in the version that I lived in, right back here in the Pacific Northwest, again, don't remember the name. I feel bad about that part. It was always the thing, right? You was like Crip Camp. Oh yeah. Young Bloods is doing it, man. And of course, some of you know my style, but I like ladies. And the horse, call them the horse girls, right? They were awesome. They were professional. Let me make sure I say that real quick. I don't be coming at me with some shade. All good, all sound, all right. But that was my favorite time because them horse ladies were looking good. And I was always trying to, put on my Jacquard Noir, right? Just fleecing it, just ready to get. And I met Donna, and she was so gracious to me and so loving. And then we got on a horse, and I was like a little 9-year-old little dude, on a horse, and it was scary, but she held me tight, which was nice. And we got to do those horse things and walk around. I remember this one time, I don't know, this little girl, she was all jacked. She had like one leg, and the other leg was like a little foot that just popped up out. So she had like a little scooter that she'd ride around in. And she was like 14 maybe, but physically she looked more like I don't know, maybe like a 4-year-old maybe or something like that. And she was like super cool in the game. And everybody loved her. She's really charismatic, had a good time. And she was out in her little motor, just sort of running around. And some other dude, I don't know what he was, he had a big beach ball. He was swinging around and he threw it and it smacked her. And she went flying. Dude is a crippled up Superman, just woo out on the grass, whooping and weeping, right? Just sort of squirreling around. And I don't even remember what his name was, but I just know he was good looking. He went over and grabbed her. He was a counselor. And it was really funny to me how quickly she went from sad to feeling good. And then she just started kissing on his neck. And, as an adult, I'm like, man, he was probably what, 17, 18? I don't know. How do you handle this? And he did it with kindness and grace. He was professional. But I always remember that. And then part of my favorite thing about Crip Camp, outside of Horse Girls, was that on Thursdays they bring in a band. And this is the 80s, remember, right? So we watching, you don't put no babies in a corner, right? So on Thursdays, I'd post up on the edge because he would watch, in my opinion, Down syndrome. Dude, everybody with Down syndrome is like, they are happy, like the happiest people I've ever met in my life, the horniest people I've ever met in my life, and they are just in to win. And it was always so funny because they just putting Patrick to shame, dude. They're putting baby to shame. And they just out there handling their own, dancing, having a good time. Man, I mean, they put me in a boat, right? It was just always like that. It was great. And then Donna, so gracious and loving. She got into our story, and then she took me to the fair with her dude, and they picked me up and they put me on the roller coasters. And I really truly believe the love for the fair is all centered around Donna. And so, in all the ways that I thought and hope that this is completely cool, and to say it out loud without your permission, thank you, Donna. Thank you for being a part of someone's story when it's pretty broken. And you introduce grace and fun, and that's awesome. So as the adult Todd to the adult Donna, love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking a moment and just investing into that little hardcore, little baby boy who just inside was just screaming. And you took a moment to listen and give a little hug. But didn't think I'd be crying. That's weird. Anyways, what's on the list? What's on that music? Man, I got that Lionel Richie just on point. Now, some of that music I get a little nervous about. You can watch out some of those YouTube vids. Pretty sure that girl's blind, and I'm not so sure if that's an appropriate relationship because I think he's a teacher and she's a student. But I'll let you all determine that on your stories. There it is. I love you. We are still here and we're still doing life together. So just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. Just know I love you. Mad respect. I'm going to back up now and go do my thing. I think we can put F2. That's done.